Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. All right, so here we are. What a difference a week makes. We are all facing something that we've never faced before. Um, there's a lot of information out there. Some of it's good, some of it's not credible. So be careful. Listen, there's a lot of people that are going to take advantage of this situation. Okay? There's going to be a lot of stuff that people are going to share to you from Facebook and stuff that has a friend of mine that works at the Pentagon or Homeland Security says they're going to do this, they're going to do that, so prepare. So a lot of this stuff is meant to kind of unnerve us and to make us uneasy. Listen, practice social discipline. Shout out to everybody who has to take care of making sure that we can continue. The truck drivers, the food delivery, the policemen, the medical world, people in grocery stores. Those are the real heroes right now. And we have to make sure we try and make it as best as possible for everybody. Understand this is not a joke. Okay? It's not a joke. You must, if you can, keep your behind home. If you have to go out, get what you need, and come back. The sooner we get that, the sooner we can get through this, and the more people we will save. I don't know if I have it, but if I do, I'm going to make sure I keep it right here and don't give it to anybody else. If I don't have it, I don't want to go out there and bring it here to everybody else. And the mentality you need to have from here on out is everybody you're coming in contact with has it. If you treat everybody like that, then chances are you'll keep a safe distance and not get it. So let's be real. Let's do the right thing. Let's come together and handle business. Okay? And keep your ass at home. Keep it at home. That's my new motto. Keep your ass at home. Hashtag keep your ass at home. That's my new hashtag. So, the Dallas Cowboys have done what they have not been doing in past years. They're actually doing a lot of things different this year. One, they got rid of Jason Garrett. We all knew that was past time. They kept believing and believing and believing and believing that Jason Garrett was the guy that's going to lead them to Super Bowls. Well, they finally realized, he's not the one. So they got rid of him. And instead of doing what they typically do, which is nepotism, hiring from within, hiring guys that were tied to the 90s of the Dallas Cowboys and things, they literally scoured the NFL getting new coaches. Coaches from all over the NFL that have different points of view than what the Dallas Cowboys have, different philosophies. And so now we're looking at a totally different Dallas Cowboy team. We're hearing about maybe the West Coast offense. We're hearing about switching, defenses to a 4-3. We're hearing about things and actually making moves towards those ends. Now, we couldn't keep everybody. We had to let Robert Quinn go and Randall Cobb and Amari Cooper. I'm sorry, not Amari Cooper. Excuse me, Byron Jones. But they're remaking this defense with a new identity. You can see getting Gerald McCoy, a really good defensive end. And the fact that they're talking about a guy like Snacks Harrison is huge. I have been the one technique guy forever. I am the guy who's always liked the big man in the middle. But the Cowboys, they've been beyond meh when it comes to the big man, the one man, the one technique, the nose tackle, the guy over the center. They just have not liked it. In fact, it almost seems like they've shunned it. They've always believed in these fast guys and stunting defenses that are great if you are making another team one-dimensional. But if you got a team that can man up a team that can just run it down your throat like the Rams used to do, and they did in the playoffs to us in 2017, oh, excuse me, 2018, we don't hold up. So there's interest in a guy like Snacks Harrison. Snacks, big man, definitely a big man. He is, he's mean looking, fat guy. He's 31. He's been around, he started out with the Giants. He went to the Detroit Lions. I believe he's from Texas, so you've got that going for you. He was getting paid, I think, $8.4 million last year. But that's the kind of guy that you can plug in the middle. I don't know how long he's going to be able to play, but he's a guy you can plug in the middle and say, he's going to help stop the run. He's going to help push the pocket. He is going to be in the quarterback's face where he can't step up in the pocket, which will help everybody. This is groundbreaking when you think about it. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and blogger like I am, the fact that they would actually start considering changing everything they've done. I mean, everything. We've seen now a complete 180 on defense. I actually can't wait. Well, I guess we all can't because we're getting bored. Can't wait to see what type of players they look for in the draft. The other thing I'll put in there too is I think of our second round draft pick, Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill, who didn't get that much of a chance, and let's face it, he fell asleep in meetings and things, and got sent home. That this may help a guy like that to be able to see a Gerald McCoy play, to see a Snacks Harrison if we do have him, and see and learn from those guys. This will buy you time to try and get those guys up to speed. And even if you do go ahead and draft, because I am still that guy that says, come draft time, there's so many positions that we know quarterbacks, there might be 3 or 4 already taken ahead of us. That means there's only 13 other spots that are going to be drafted before us. That we need to go ahead and look at trying to get the meanest, nastiest SOB to line up in the middle of our defense and get it into a rotation, because I'm telling you, the last time, for example, the Giants were a good team. It was 2016. They spent $250 million of that defensive line, and that defensive line, they took care of us twice in 2016. I'll give you that credit, Giants. Haven't won any more since then, but when you had that great defense, it made your whole team better. In fact, I'll even give you guys credit for when you won those 2 Super Bowls with Eli Manning. Eli Manning, he played well in playoffs, but it was really that defensive line of yours that made the difference for those teams, that gave extra opportunities for the offense to have balls because they're getting takeaways. It gave Eli Manning a shorter field and things. That those things all translate to wins. And if we can get that defensive line, and you can't look at our defensive line last year and say, yeah, that was the strength of our team. If we can get our defensive line to be another one of our strengths of our team, like our offensive line, it will pay dividends in making this season a lot better than it was last year. I started watching the Cowboys versus the Vikings, and I'm sitting here looking at how Delvin Cook just kept grounding and grinding and grinding, how they just ate us up with screen passes. That defense has got to do better than that. And whenever they did finally get a stop, the change of field position would be we'd get the ball deep in our own territory and have to go 85, 90, 95 yards. And these are things that are going to have to change to translate into more victories. And one of those things that's going to do that, of course, will be having a better defensive line. And if you can get Snacks Harrison for a reasonable price, I'm all for that. Definitely all for that. So we are here. We're going to continue to be here, come hell or high water, bringing you any news on the Dallas Cowboys, or just being here just to have somebody to talk to. If you don't have to go out, just think to yourself, Is this really necessary? Then please don't. Please don't. We all want to get through this thing. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon.